rebuild or the favorites. We here for the latest. South side or the north side. Not tuned to the greatest. Home team for the home teams. Both sides got our own rings. On the mound or the long ball. But we don't put the wrong strings. Yeah. It's that time of the year now. Wrigley or Gantes or the whole league that we hear now. New show with a new mood. Discussions and interviews. Trade rumors that might be. This is Pinwheels and Knife.
What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, February 17th, and you have found the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast. I'm your host, Matt Zwaski, a.k.a. Zoe, a.k.a. Father Zoe, a.k.a. the original Pope of Chicago White Sox Twitter. And with me, as always, Mr. Aldo Soto.
Gentlemen, we have some actual baseball games this week. How about that?
Yeah, starting Friday. And the good Reverend K. Fids.
I mean, can you feel it? Like it's almost time to get like super excited about like 2 innings of work and $49 tickets to go see someone go and do some tower drills real quick. Let's go, guys.
But so we're pumped. Baseball is here. I believe starting this Friday, there's not a Friday without a baseball game for like 6 months. Like, it's just ridiculous, dude. So I'm all about it. As you can notice, though, we have some new graphics.
That was a word.
Yep, new graphics here. We're going to try a little bit of a different format of the show. So, we love our listeners. We appreciate all of you that watch this show. So we're going to go through it tonight. We're going to do it. But we always, we appreciate your feedback. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you think we should change. I can't promise everything, but we will at least read it, or Aldo will read it to me because I'm illiterate. But
and there's nothing we can do about our faces, guys.
Yeah, the face.
Send all your complaints to Kevin.
I know.
Geneticist.
Your face is just so punchable. Is there anything you can do about that? No. But so what we're going to do is we're going to start the show with 5 topics that we got going here. Each topic is going to be a 1v1, just a 30-second to a minute debate where each of us get to say our piece, and then whoever is the moderator for that specific topic is going to choose a winner. And then from there, we got a new segment we're going to call Whiff of the Week, where, we talk about, it's just what it sounds like, folks. It's people that whiffed. Just bad takes, bad acting, bad whatever. And we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to finish the show kind of like the old normal show, where we're going to call that the free-for-all segment, where we got some certain topics we chose, and we're going to get into all those. So with all that being said, Aldo, why don't you go ahead and take the first topic there?
Here we go. Number 1, the star of spring training for the Chicago White Sox has been Munetaka Murakami. Zoe, I know we have a White Sox chat. Missy is dropping all the Japanese media about Murakami in there almost every day. I mean, you say it every time he walks an inch, there's like 100 new posts.
Yeah.
But is it too much, Zoe? Is it too much? I mean, again, we haven't even had 1 game of spring training yet. But I'll start off with you, Zoe. Is Murakami too overhyped right now for the White Sox?
I'm going to say no. And the reason why I say no is I know I joke and say that, there's a million different posts about everything he does, like literally how he cleans his ass after he shits versus like everything he does. But, there hasn't been a lot to be excited about on the South Side in recent years. And the fact that one of the big name free agents from overseas chose, that's a big word there, chose to come to the White Sox, I'm all for it. I love seeing my people, the White Sox community on Twitter. I love to see them excited about something. I love to see, that he's actually producing too. I know it's just BP reps or whatever, but he's putting triple digit, exit velo up there, and, he's hitting. I like the swing. He's showing that he could hit velo. That was one of the things is, over in Japan, they don't really hit the high 90s and trip digits. And if he could hit that, I've yet to see, a specific video of him hitting a curveball or something that's breaking, but I got to imagine that's going to be part of the off-season tinkering. And you know what? Again, as someone that makes jokes, but like let the White Sox fans, we need this. We need something to be happy about. We need something now. if you're expecting him to go out there and hit 60 homers, that might be a different conversation. But I'm all for it. The hype is it's a good level right now.
All right, Kevin, over to you. Murakami, overhyped?
It's hard to gauge what overhyped really is. I mean, I don't feel like it's at Shohei levels. I don't think it's at, I think it might be, maybe we're sitting at maybe say a Suzuki level, which I think was fitting. I just think that I know that it's very difficult for players from overseas to transition with their power numbers. So the expectation that you're going to see a lot more balls in the bleachers might not be as hyped as it maybe should. And then obviously, he's a first baseman, so he's not going to be bringing a ton of versatility to the lineup. He's not a guy that's going to maybe do a utility thing. If he does, that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, really, he is, he's maybe played third base slightly in his past, but really, I mean, he's basically a one-trick pony defensively. So that might be something to not get super hyped about. But I mean, the market is so choice when you have a player that comes from overseas that is well known, that's had success overseas. It introduces the White Sox fan base to a whole nother type of fan base that's going to be joining you as kind of like family. So that to me is a reason to be super hyped, because you're going to have a whole new component to the fan basing when you have a superstar player that maybe does come from not just somewhere here in the Americas, but maybe somewhere overseas elsewhere. And so it's very nice to see that someone from the eastern portion of the globe is going to be a sport. That's a reason to get hyped, in my opinion. So maybe overhyped.
Right. Time's up, boys. And again, for the audience, we do have super serious scoring. Negative 10 points for both of you. Didn't bring up the bidet. Environmentally conscious. That is plenty to be hyped about for Murakami. But I want to give that one to Kevin because he brought up how White Sox fans, the expectations for a true superstar hitter, we've seen even for a guy like Seiya Suzuki, it's not always pretty that first year. So I would lower those expectations a little bit. Zoe, I love the optimism though.
That's fair. All right, so for the second one, we're gonna put the two Cubs guys against each other.
Oof.
It seems like the White Sox had a little bit with Luis Angel. Hey, he had visa, but he got over. He's here. He's taking reps. He's hitting bombs already, which surprised me. But not to get off topic, the Cubs seem to be having a lot of visa issues now. Although I'll start with you. What's your take on that?
Well, it sucks because it's at the catcher position. Moises Ballesteros, Venezuelan, visa issues. Craig Counsell said a few days ago, it's out of our hands right now. We hope it's resolved in a few days. Those few days kind of pass. He talked again on Monday, said, guys, I don't actually know when they're coming. Hoping for the best news, hoping for next weekend. Not great, as we know. Pitchers and catchers report early in spring training before all the other position players. Moises Ballesteros, young catcher who already has a lot of question marks, right, Kevin? A lot of question marks on can he stick at catcher? And he's going to be, because of his bat, he's going to be on the MLB roster. He has already a lot of pressure of they traded away Owen Casey. Kyle Tucker's gone. He's going to be the DH. He's the left-handed bat that has to produce as a 22-year-old rookie in his first full season. And now he has to deal with this visa shit. I mean, it's truly, you got to feel for the guy. I don't know. I'm not going to lie here. I don't know all the details. People are going to be like, why wasn't he just over here already? Maybe he was with family. Wow. What a crime. He wanted to be with family still in Venezuela. It just sucks. It just sucks because it was said it's the lost time for Ballesteros that sucks here. Catchers, pitchers, all that chemistry that he could have built. Now he has to play catch up as a rookie, dealing with everything else, and now he has to deal with all this tension. Sucks.
Fids?
Oh, I was waiting for the sound effects. Yeah, the sound effects are really good.
No, go for it, dude.
It obviously is a problem. It's a problem because it's messing with the routine of these players, and I think that this is something. I mean, what do they say? There are 40 or more countries right now since early 2025 that are called red tier absolute bans. So Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti, they provided 200 Major League Baseball players in 2025. So we're talking about 200 at least, maybe more Major League Baseball players that are going through this. And we've seen, without special exemptions, we've seen it. Major League Baseball teams, and I'm seeing, and digging in a little bit, that some teams had guys show up 3 weeks early. And it just kind of sucks because Aldo, you make such a great point too. So I'm gonna throw some points to you here, I guess. But
hell yeah,
these guys, it's not like these guys they're leaving Kansas and then they're gonna go to go to spring training and then start their summer season, whatever. These guys are leaving Venezuela. These guys are leaving their country. That's not the U.S. It's not like just going to California because I'm from L.A. and I'm playing for the Diamondbacks. I get to go fly home on All-Star break. That whole process going home isn't possible for these guys, like for the All-Star break so these guys are leaving their family for the year. They're not going to see their family until their season ends, whenever that might be. Because in and out, from these other countries, especially the ones that are right now with these absolute bans, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to be able to make, just jaunt off and go see your family. So that really sucks for these guys as far as the support system they have in place. I'm not sure that, are they trying to, how much can they bring with them? They can't bring a lot of family with them, obviously, because that's a whole other issue there. So these guys are like on an island right now. And I think it's going to come down to the organizations that are going to have to play, I don't want to say nanny, but they're going to have to be a caretaker to these guys as they come into this country, especially the younger ball players. They're going to have to be taken care of because it's going to create they're going to be completely clueless. And that's not by naive in this. Again, the way things have kind of gone, we've seen in other cities, some of these players might be more inclined to get stopped. And in wherever city, especially in Arizona, let's be honest. Okay, although there's too many Arizonas, just like right by the border. There's a heavy presence of border patrol everywhere you go. These guys could get stopped, questioned, and not even know how to respond or react, and it's going to put these guys in really rough situations. So there's a lot of stuff that can really impact their ability to start the routine. And the late start really does put a player in a bind, especially when he's a young player that really needs to be with the older guys to learn. So,
yep, both very valid points. Super serious scoring system. Just because Aldo gave Fids a point against me, I'm going to go with Aldo.
Hell yeah. Wait, that didn't make any sense, but I love it. I'll take it. All right.
Really interesting
scoring. Hell yeah.
I
can't wait for our matchup now, Zoe.
Distribute.
Distributing the points. I love it.
Can I give Mitch the points?
Yes. We actually, spoiler alert for everyone.
Mitch.
Spoiler alert for everyone. We secretly give Mitch all the points. And hopefully he can buy an AC unit with it. All right. Go ahead, Fitz. Number 3.
So what was the question? Jeez. I gotta word this. So this one is the Getz versus Han, right? So
Getz versus Han.
Better off season.
All right. So yeah, when you're looking at everything that's happened with the Chicago White Sox, you guys went through the Rick Hahn era of swing and misses, no pun intended, on some really good prospects, maybe poor planning as far as depth is concerned. Now you've got Getz, who he gets us as a great advertisement for some of the moves that he's made in the offseason. He's actually made some bigger moves. He's out, he's trimmed some issues away. But what would you say as far as does Chris Getz scream optimism that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, or is this a Han-esque attack from the Getz team that's going to eventually end up also breaking the hearts of White Sox fans? Who did it better?
So I'm going to go Getz without a doubt, because I still hate Rick Hahn for the trade deadline of a couple years ago where he did nothing. So this has actually kind of been weird. We talked about it on one of the shows. It's almost uncomfortable how much praise the White Sox are getting for this offseason. I mean, it's a good offseason, and I can't remember the dude's name. He's from Chicago, the dude with the fro. He's on MLB Network now. Oh, I can't remember his name. I'm a big fan of him, and I can't think of his name. It's like Russell
Dorsey.
Yeah, Russell Dorsey.
Dorsey. Yeah.
I think he summed it up really good on 670 Score the other day, where he said the White Sox had the best offseason for a non-contending team. And I was like, that's actually a really good way to put it, because you look at what they did. I mean, this was all luck, but they got the first pick in the draft. So that's huge right there. The Murakami thing, he finally pulled the trigger on a Luis Robert Jr. trade. We'll see how that works out, how things go. Even though the Mets today said that their medics looked at Luis Robert Jr. and they're like, yo, we got to slow play this guy. Otherwise, he's getting hurt like the first week of the season. Shocker. He added pitching depth with Anthony Kay, Sean Newcomb, Sir Anthony Dominguez in the bullpen. He's got a lot of kids coming up through that farm system he's been building. If gun to my head right now, I'm taking Chris Getz over Rick Hahn.
I mean, Zoe, you took most of my points there. I have no idea how anyone could say Rick Hahn. You shared the story today, new top 100 prospects from Fangraphs, socks all over the place. You look at where Chris Getz took over the mess that Rick Hahn left. And the biggest point for me is that Chris Getz actually retooled the most important part of the White Sox. And even though Rick Hahn finally did the rebuild at like the middle of 2016 and, really started it in that offseason after, everybody just stayed the same. Like Don Cooper was still there for like way too many years. There was no real there was no new ideas of like how to make the organization from top to bottom or bottom to top, right? The minor league system. How do we develop these guys? Because they brought in talent. They were big name prospects, and then they were just a flash in the pan, boom or bust right away. Chris Getz alone should win because he hired Ryan Fuller to be the new hitting director. And that dude, I know we talked about Colson Montgomery being bored at AAA last year, but Ryan Fuller just spent like a couple days with him, and Colson Montgomery became a monster. Like for that reason alone, Chris Getz way better than whatever Rick Hahn ever did. And the first point that you made, that trade deadline back in 2022, when
People don't forget Rick.
What did he get? Was that the Reese McGuire for Jake Diekman?
No, that's when he got the crackhead as the crackhead reliever. That was that trade deadline. That was it.
I gotta step in for Kevin. I'm giving this round to Zoe. That was Zoe right there.
I was going to deduct multiple points for nobody bringing up the fact that Clevenger was signed by one of those.
Ooh, there you go. Then there's that. Actually,
really
I think they both did.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, I honestly think they both did once.
They both have at one point. So there's like this.
They both did once. And now it's Pittsburgh's problem. Losers.
They're both off.
He's Pittsburgh's problem, so fuck him.
All right, gentlemen, let's move on to topic number 4 here. We got Alex Bregman, big new free agent for the Cubs. Spring training talk the first week. Lots of articles on his leadership. Kevin, is Bregman not only the new leader, but is he kind of the new face of the Cubs? Or is that too far?
I'd say it absolutely is. He's doing one of those things that we didn't see last year from Kyle Tucker. He showed up early. He's getting to know everybody. He's got. Didn't they say something about a story like he immediately wanted like everybody's phone number when he signed or whatever? Like there was like this whole thing we wanted to reach out to the guys as soon as possible. He's there taking BP. He's hitting. He sounds like he's working with guys too. This is a guy he's going to sporting events and maybe potentially wooing future Cubs from a Detroit Tigers arm that we know of. And so he's really living it up though, and he seems to genuinely be enjoying being a Cub, the way that things seem to be going with him, and so that's a good start. But yeah, with this talented core, you got a veteran guy that's won a World Series, whatever say you want about the garbage cans, but he's a leader. He's a veteran that's done these things. When you look at the clubhouse, maybe Kyle Tucker wasn't that dude for the Astros, but maybe that was what Bregman was for the Astros. You know what I mean? So you got a guy that maybe is one of those pedigree guys, a David Ross that can actually swing it kind of thing, which would be absolutely fantastic to have a player coach in the dugout, a guy that really is that kind of veteran teaching the game. These were the things that we were super excited about the core. Had they have aged out as Cubs as well, we would have had these guys that were playing the twilights of their career, their final few years, passing on that knowledge to the next generation of Cubs. And so, well, this guy's a Cub fan since he was a kid, so I guess we'll take it. And, having the fact that Bregman is a Cub fan since he, was a child, his dad loves it is what? I think he is the new leader. I think Lieutenant Dan might have to be the secondary member of the Bubba Gump Shrimp company, and let Forrest take over.
Zoe, we know how much you love those cheating bastards in Houston. Alex Bregman was right in the middle of it, but he's a Cub now, and we forgive him. He's a great guy, and agree with us. Zoe, Alex Bregman, I know you love him.
So I think he can be in the future. I think he has all the credentials, like Fitz said, veteran, won World Series, been there before, supposedly a lifelong Cubs fan, doing all the right things, getting the phone, doing all. I think a lot of that's really good PR. I think a lot of it is so Cubs fans forget about the trash cans and just keep going. I mean, production, winning cures everything. We all know that. But I don't think he's just waltzing in there and it's his team now. I think Dansby has put in the time and he's been in that locker room enough, and I think he will make it better. I think, there's other guys on that team that can definitely learn from, like, especially a guy like PCA, young gun, all the skills in the world. City loves him. Everything that Alex Bregman had when he was in Houston before the whole scandal, PCA has now in Chicago. A little bit of a bigger market than Houston, but not too much. But I think he could be a great mentor to him. Now, as far as him being like the leader of the team, he probably is looked at as the leader, but I would still say it's not his team until the season gets going. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to, if he shows up and he's hitting like 120 and he just can't get it going, like, it's going to be, well, I guess people can look to him and see how he handles the adversity, but I mean, we'll see how the season rolls out. I think he can be. I don't think it's like an instant day one. He walks in there and like demands the locker room.
I don't think he has to demand it. I don't think that's even what he does. I think what he does is he comes in. Sorry, I am adding to my time. Sorry.
Yeah.
He came in here and he chose the Cubs over Boston. He's already immersed himself by showing up to these things. He's not demanding anything. He's just earning it. And
that's what I mean. He needs to earn it. I guess.
That's what I think. These are what I think he is. That's what he's doing, is that he's earning it by he's doing stuff with them that they on their level, not his level.
The way I heard the question was just like day one, he's the new leader, and I don't think that's the case. I think he needs to earn it, like any leader does. It's tough to just walk into a place and immediately. I mean, he has the credentials. He deserves some respect, but like to call him like the leader of the team right away is like a little. You could be a complete douche after all this PR shit. I don't know what he's going to do. So
close call, boys. Too close to call. Tie. I'm sorry. Serious scoring around here. Serious scoring around here. Question number 5, guys. Our favorite question of the week. Our mystery question. Let's have fun with this one. Kevin Durant was allegedly exposed for having, or his alleged second burner was allegedly leaked. As of this live broadcast, Kevin Durant has not publicly denied that was his. The account is now locked on Twitter. In these screenshots, a lot of shit talking from KD on his teammates, going back to Devin Booker, now with Houston. So, the question for all three of us here, name at least one current or former Cubs or White Sox player that is most likely to have a burner account, and why?
I got this. Easy.
Here we go, Zoe. What do you got?
So easily going to be Tim Anderson.
Oh my God, you stole my answer.
So easy. I can see TA just basically doing exactly what KD did, just talking that shit. Just yeah. That's too easy. That's all TA.
Kevin, who you got?
I got Matt Shaw with a burner.
Oh man.
And it's his burner's San Ranto, which is really crazy. Damn it, I'm just fucking with you. That's the joke is right there, is that it's actually just it's a takeover day, and Danny and Matt Shaw are actually pals, and Danny let Matt Shaw run his Twitter this morning. I think that would be hilarious, to be honest, to think of that Matt Shaw has a burner, but it's like he's like some stoner hippie, like leftist, like kind of talking like basically playing the opposite and just messing with people. Just I don't know. Because look, some of these guys. Let's be honest. The smartest thing you could ever do is never look at your fucking name. Ever. Never type in your name. Never research. Don't do that to yourself as a pro athlete because you're going to go down a rabbit hole of punching at air, and it's just not worth it. And it'll eventually eat at you somehow because there's no such thing as garbage in and garbage out. I don't think. And so, that part of it sucks. But if you were to create a burner, yeah, it'd be funny to see like someone that you think is like a really quiet, like not really talkative, turn into like some sort of like beast of a social media account that is like the ultimate troll, and you'd find out later that it's like
that brings me to my one White Sox answer, but I'll go with Cubs first. Jameson Taillon is active on social media. He'll tweet, he'll reply to fans, and I mean, if you're that active on Twitter already, I have a feeling that when you have hundreds of Cubs fans bitching at you because you gave up a bullpen, like a batting practice home run to Alex Bregman, that you get so upset that you have to tweet not once but twice about it. I have a feeling that old J-Mo might have a few beers on a like off day and might let loose on Twitter. Second answer,
hilarious by the way.
Second answer, quiet guy who I don't even think has a lot of social media presence, but think about the young stars in Chicago this winter that have been hanging out. PCA, Connor Bedard, Caleb Williams. Who's the one guy who's on the outside looking in who was pretty damn good after he was called up last summer?
Oops.
Not only that, but this summer, or like right now, White Sox fans are obsessed with a guy who they're going to draft most likely number one overall. He's going to be the new top prospect at shortstop. Colson Montgomery has to be seething looking at PCA, Bedard, Caleb Williams hanging out. White Sox fans already thinking about the new shortstop that they're going to draft. Meanwhile, he like led the team in home runs, and no one wants to talk about Colson Montgomery. That's my answer for the White Sox.
And he's all like, guys, I live like an hour away. You could have just texted me. I live like right here in Indiana. Come on.
So, Mitch, the question on the table is kind of like how Kevin Durant got caught.
Exactly how
how he got caught with all his burners. Who on the White Sox do you think would be capable of doing that? Tim Anderson and Colson Montgomery are already taken.
Ooh,
current or former Sox.
Current or former?
Oh,
man. Or former. I mean, all of them.
Ooh. Current, I'd say. Ooh, that's tough. I'd go Kyle Teal probably is current. I just feel like he seems like the type of personality that would like to troll. I don't even think it necessarily be like him defending himself because he's a pretty popular guy, but he seems like the type that would like want to go on there and troll. As far as former White Sox, that's a bit tougher. Who's a disgruntled White Sox?
Yes! 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 History!
Lord help us all if Hawk Harrelson ever learns how to use Twitter.
I could see Chris Sale with a burner. He seems like the type of fiery guy.
What a pull!
I think Chris Sale.
I mean, he is psycho. Remember, he pulled out those scissors.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I could see him like throwing shots at him. Let's see. Yeah, that's tough. That's a good question.
One thing I want to add too to make the KD thing crazier. I was looking at some dude on Twitter used an AI bot to go through all the tweets of all like the alleged burners KD has, and he's created a webpage called thekdfiles.com. And you could search
Pepe Sylvia.
You could search through it. Like you could search a player's name or search whatever, and it'll show you like the tweets about that.
Oh my god,
that's crazy.
He's organized it. He's made a search engine out. Like it's nuts, dude. Like people are crazy with this shit, man.
Is it going to be as cool?
But is Katie going to get his hands involved and start retracting things?
No, he's probably making money off it somehow. I don't know. So that's the 5 topics for tonight from the debate. Mitch, you're joining us just in time.
Mitch, you won the entire debate.
Yeah,
So you
Mitch,
got all the points
all the
for
points
Chris.
that we gave at the debate, we just decided we're going to give to you. So
Let's
congratulations,
go.
Mitch.
Want to know, baby?
Mitch is the winner
Undefeated.
on that.
Never lost.
Never lost.
Never lost.
So, Aldo, why don't you start off the first whiff of the week?
Here we go. It's the Pinwheels and Ivy whiff of the week. Kevin has New York Yankees fans on the radar. Why is that, Kevin?
Oh my God, the Nico Horner trade talks all of a sudden right back again today. All I see on my timeline are a bunch of Yankees fans. Do you think we could still work? Probably because you get Nico Horner, man. Cubs are going to give up Nico Horner. Stop, all of you Yankees fans. Stop with it. Okay, you're not getting Nico Horner. Not now. You know, maybe you can go buy his baseball card. That'd be pretty cool. But he is not going anywhere. So the Yankees fans, the self-importance, because you're going to get everybody until you get none of them. Which is basically what happens, seems to be.
It's been that way since we were kids, man.
Yeah. So
the Evil Empire always is going to get someone.
Stop sounding like Patriots fans.
The difference is Yankees fans talk about it, talk and tweet, talk. The Dodgers do it. The Dodgers like, oh, that's cool. Here, you want $100 billion? We'll pay you for the next 50 years. Come play for the Dodgers.
I just remember the whole Cubs Red Sox trade rumors that was happening like for the past month. That just never seemed to end either. But I do remember Kevin's favorite Cubs Chris Bryant insider Matt Spiegel brought up how when the Red Sox last called, they were asked for Nico Horner, and according to Spiegel, the Cubs immediately shut that down and said no, but there's Matt Shaw. And again, the big conversation all offseason has been like, oh well, obviously Nico Horner would be the guy they would give up because he's going to be a free agent after this year. But I think it's clear that the Cubs really like Nico Horner. And I don't know if this means anything, but I think it was on Monday or earlier on Tuesday, 3 players were asked about possible extension talks for the Cubs. Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, and Nico Horner. 2 of those guys said they haven't had any talks. Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki. Nico Horner declined to say if he was or not. So maybe there. I'm hopeful at least. Because I know you love him, Kevin. I love him. Cubs are a lot better with him than without. So fingers crossed that the Cubs actually do get an extension done with Nico Horner, and we can have all these stupid trade rumors, including these dumb Yankees fans who randomly pop up, be like, we can just take one of your best players.
Well, that's the thing here. At worst case scenario, you don't get maybe locked up by the trade deadline, and then you got other ball teams. Ball teams might need some players, and you get yourself something anyway. So, yeah, that'd be fine. And I think that it's pretty clear that he's going to eventually sign. I think it's kind of an inevitability.
I hope so. Even though Mitch is wishy-washy on if he's worth $100 million.
I think I don't know if I'm building a franchise around Nico. I think it's a nice piece to have, but like I'd have to see what my other needs are before I'm breaking the bank.
No, hold on. I saw on Twitter there was a debate. Former Score employee
Kick rocks, Mitch.
put out a tweet saying that he believes that Nico is not only a top 10 second baseman, he said Nico is a top 10 player in all of them.
Whoa.
Let's put it this way: like, is he worth $100 million? Probably, but I'm not going much over like $25 million a year. Like, that's probably where I'd cap it. Like, if you'd say like a 4-year extension for $100 million, like fine. But I'm not going any higher than that.
I mean, let's do a quick rundown here. Like top 10, like position player only. Are we including pitchers? Because
Yeah,
I love Nico, man.
I think pitchers are the new quarterbacks of the NFL. They're going to get paid higher than everybody else at the other positions. I think that just the arms are that much more.
But if we're purely speaking, like just top
Unless
10
you're showing.
player, I love Nico, but
I can name 10 players better than Nico Horner. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, Shohei Ohtani, Terry School.
Well, first of all, the
Oh,
Dodgers line up
Steve.
1 through 9. And then we can get into their pitching staff. I mean, I think I've said it a bunch of times on the show. I think Nico Horner is a phenomenal second baseman. I think he's a top 5 second baseman in the league. Top 10 player, no shot.
I guess it's as a
You
Cubs fan,
think that
kinda-
Tommy Edman is better than Nico Horner?
it's kind of flattering that
Pages is better than Nico Horner.
I think
it's
Lenine
flattering
Sosa
that the Cubs have several players who other teams actually want to trade for. So that's
I guess that's a good
on the
way to
flip
look
side.
at it. Now, please do your next. First of all, before we go into this, this is by far the best picture of Bruce we could find. And I'm not being funny. I'm not joking. Bruce is the most on-camera friendly person in the world. He gets the worst.
That's the opposite of
side shot.
photogenic. Like,
And so we're being nice by using this photo. Let's put it that way.
no offense against Bruce. Love Bruce. Longtime Chicago reporter. Both sides of town, on Marquee, on the Score. I mean, guy's been around for like 4 decades. Sources everywhere you look.
Half his sources got to be dead.
I mean, probably still using the Rolodex. Probably still has a landline. I don't know what was going on with the Zach Gallen. Rumors from old Bruce boy. I think for a month straight, every Saturday morning on his weekly baseball show on the Score, he kept bringing up Zach Gallen to the Cubs. Any radio hit that he would do on the station, they would ask him like, "So what do you think, Bruce?" And you'd be like it would be a general question. He'd be like, "Gotta keep an eye for Gallen to the Cubs. Gallen to the Cubs. Gallen to the Cubs." Zach Gallen on Friday re-signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks. He took the exact same 1-year deal that he rejected because his market just completely tanked. He had a down year in 2025. We saw this early in the offseason with Michael King. He re-signed with the Padres, also rejected that qualifying offer. Again, it was so obvious. If it was obvious for me, it should have been obvious for Bruce that no team was going to sign Gallen to a long-term deal, obviously, because he's been declining the past few years. It was only going to be in a bounce-back deal. Even if he was to sign a multi-year deal, they weren't going to give him the opt-out after year 1 because no team is going to do what the Red Sox did with Bregman and lose a draft pick, lose international free agent signing, pool money. And that's obviously what he wanted. He just wants the 1-year deal so he can opt out right away, go back into free agency. Bruce, big old stinker, because there's just no way that he was ever going to come to the Cubs, and he kept teasing Cubs fans about it.
I think
Hey,
Now we make fun of him.
At least he's really good with his spelling on social media. He's quality. He doesn't just thump his tweets out there.
Bruce Levine
Yeah,
versus
proofreading
Bob
them.
Nightingale in like social media would be a competition I would see.
I think this is a good first whiff of the week because this is what this is. He took a big swing with his breaking the Zach news, and
It's completely wrong.
He just whiffed.
Like we didn't even, I don't even think Kevin, I don't even think we got like the Cubs tried. Like I don't even think we've gotten that. Like it was just like no, it wasn't gonna happen.
He's speaking like the custodian. He got some insight. His intel was bad, but yeah, that's Bruce. Man, he throws shit at the wall and sees, we see what sticks, and he gets fed. We all know that he's well plugged in. So like that's the thing about Bruce is that he can make these mistakes, and we still know that he has access like to the deepest recesses of at least where media is allowed. Basically, he's got his whole arm up there. So
is that dog?
Yeah.
Yep, dog. Speaking of old times.
What up, dog? Oh shit, that's funny. All right, let's do the free for all.
Free
This
for
is what
all.
we're good for here. So, Mitch,
so what you got on your boy Rock?
So, Mitch, we'll start. We'll bring you back in here, Mitch. So, Rock Chalowski. I love how that just rolls off my tongue. I love that he's a Polak. Solid start to the season for UCLA. Actually homered twice in the game today. Also had a double in there. I feel like a kid that already picked out his Christmas toy, and I'm just watching it like in the toy store window.
So we have a Colson Montgomery at home. You don't need to be looking at it.
No, but the McDonald's burgers at home aren't the same. It's going to be sick when they're both on the left side of the infield. But,
dude, Colson's going to be tweeting at you tomorrow.
I love from his burner. I love the second home run he hit today was a fastball up and away. His chest high swing took it to opposite field. I mean, I'm being wooed by this kid. What are you seeing early, Mitch?
He's got a beautiful swing. I think that's like the one thing that stands out. My brother lives in Omaha. He was at the College World Series last year, and he even said, even before a lot of the hype around the first overall pick came out, he's like, that UCLA shortstop, really good defender. He said that was something that stood out when he was watching him last year too. I'll be honest though, like I see all the highlights and I think it's cool, obviously, because like we know he's going to be like a stud at this point in the season. Like maybe I'm not a good White Sox fan. I don't care. Like until he's on the team and we draft him, like when it gets closer to, and like we have a larger body of work, great. But I'm not taking a ton away from like opening week of college baseball. Like we knew he was good. We knew he was the front runner. I don't care if I'm being honest. Like I'm more concerned about what's going on in spring training right now than what Rock is doing. I mean, I've been impressed. Like I said, I thought his swing looked really good, but I'm not
Fair
like,
enough.
you know.
Breaking news, Mitch hates the White Sox. No, it's just, I get what you're saying. It's weird being in this position as a White Sox fan, knowing we have the first pick, because I am watching a lot, like I'm following a lot more of college baseball, and I love seeing his highlights, but also that kid Peyton in Alabama, holy fucking pop off that bat. Jesus Christmas. He hit the first game of the year. He hit a ball. I don't think it landed yet. It's kind of neat actually being in this position where it's like, I like college baseball to begin with. I love the metal bats. Do you see that dude on LSU hit the home run and he motorboated his coach when he got to home? Like it's a lot of fun. It's like college basketball versus pros. Like the kids have a lot more fun. They're not, well, now they get paid, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just different. It's fun to watch, and it's fun watching knowing like if someone stands out, the Sox can get him. Now, I still think it's going to be Rock, and what I'm really watching for is he's got he's got insane amount of hype around him, and I want to see how he handles it this year. And today's game, I think they were playing Tulane. He had kids heckling. There was guys heckling him. Like apparently the whole game, and you can hear in the audio on his second home run, he gives him a big old fuck yourself when he rounds first base. Like
I like that.
He did it kind of like in a cool way, but like I was also like, oh man, hopefully, you know, like wait till you get to Yankee Stadium. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, kid, but it is fun watching it. I am in total agreement with you. Like, you still got to pay attention to the product at the major league level and stuff like that. But it is cool for once to know like there's actual studs right now in college baseball, and they could potentially be on the White Sox.
Well, it is nice because like especially you got a couple exciting guys in the pipeline as it is with like the Braden Montgomerys of the world and whatnot. And then it's like, oh yeah, but we also got the first overall pick coming in too, and he happens to be this generation. So like in that aspect, it is exciting. Like I'm looking forward to seeing Rock play. I'm just not going to be following his every at bat until it gets closer to the draft. Because like I don't want it to be like an Andrew Vaughn thing. Like every Andrew Vaughn homer when he went to Milwaukee, you had to see a clip on Twitter. It's like the guy's going to hit like 22 homers a year. We know he's good. Like I don't need to see his homer. Maybe I am no fun, but that's just.
It is cool though to like watch. You know, I follow college baseball like Twitter accounts and stuff like that, and you see the highlights. Like, even just seeing that Peyton kid in Alabama's home run, I was just like, ooh.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people think he can force the issue and, like, make it kind of close, which is actually kind of one thing I'm fearing. Like, look, they should take the best guy available just because people are projecting Rock to be the best guy. Like, if, like, you know, this kid looks better than him. But I almost don't want it to where, like, the White Sox overthink it because, like, he has, like, a great season. And then it's like, well, like, do we want to take Rock number one overall? Like, that is a one concern.
If they take that high school kid, I'm quitting everything.
I don't think they're going to do that. It sounded like even Getz was like trying to like when they got the first overall pick. One of the things that was funny to me is like, well, you know, we like Rock. I mean, whoever we're going to take, he had to like correct himself like twice in the middle of the interview. So it sounds like they even know.
The way people are putting it is that Rock is like a Connor Bedard or like you know, Connor McDavid or whatever hockey reference apparently I'm using. But like it's just like a no-brainer.
You know, it's exciting for me. I did see a highlight of him, and it was a very similar catch to the one Colson Montgomery made in Colorado, like last year on like his debut. It did get me thinking, like, you got those guys, like they're both pretty big, like in pretty good range on the left side of the infield, that's going to be a good defense.
Yes.
You got Colson Montgomery at third base, a rocket short. I mean, there's not a whole lot getting past the left side of the infield there.
And what we've learned from our neighbors to the north is if you have, a solid middle infield or solid left side, like that makes a huge difference. It makes a difference with your pitchers, their mentality when they're on the mound, what they can throw, all this stuff. So yes, it's huge.
You want to have as many top shortstop prospects because you never know when one is going to get suspended 40 games after domestic abuse.
Also, complete side note, we'll get back to the topic on hand, but the burner question, after having time to think about it, I'm going Matt Latos. That's my answer. I think Matt Latos.
Shit, what a callback.
You guys are talking about the bad spelling, and I'm like, who is a player that probably has bad spelling? Matt Latos is the first one that came to mind. He's the one that probably has a burner.
Oh boy, that's a good pull.
Didn't he, right after he was cut by the Sox or something, get like in a fight in indie ball?
Exactly.
Also, watching college baseball, one last thing before we move on. There's an absolute fucking unit on LSU. He's like 6'2", 300 pounds. He hit a fucking absolute nuke the first game of the year. Homeboy stole the base yesterday.
Ooh.
And it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. It was like watching someone move a piano. And he stole the base, and he got on second base and just went like this. He might be my new favorite player. I'm gonna look up his name so I know it before the end of the episode. But he's amazing, and you should all love him.
Kevin, tell us the shit that Tony Clark is up to.
He's shitting where he's eating, man. Man alive, don't do that, man. You don't date in the workplace. You don't hire someone that you're dating in the workplace.
President of the
definitely don't do all of the above.
Players Association expected to step down. Kevin, what do we got?
Man, there goes a lot to be said about staying above reproach. And if you're going to be someone that's going to be doing what he does, which is stand against the owners, you better have as clean a closet as possible, or those owners will eventually. Huh?
They found that so fast. They weren't even looking for it, and they found it.
Well, he hired her too, is to be part of the Players Association.
It felt like Michigan. It felt like
that's what I was about to say. It was the same thing as Jerome. Right. Yep.
Just. Dude, I want you closer, babe. Making stupid decisions because they got, they're not thinking rationally. They're thinking with baby batter. And I'm saying, you never excuse behavior like that. But, people just make bad decisions and they get locked up in the deception. And, eventually, this kind of shit to come, the cream will always rise, right? And so, in this case, you can try and pretend like it's not real. But those generally, you're going to be found out. And if you're someone that stands in defiance of the owners, they're going to find that shit out. Like Joe said, they're going to find it out fast, and it didn't take much. So you got to make sure whoever's next, stay above reproach. This are the good things that we talk about with some certain players that you don't have to worry about because they're not out, they're not doing those things. But in the workplace, big no, guys. That's not even just baseball, just in general. Don't. All right,
I know
watch
we're
the
excited.
HR videos.
I know they were excited about baseball coming back, spring training game on Friday. But man, this and then that Jeff Passan story talking about what seems the inevitable lockout is just really fucking depressing, man. Because
I said, man, enjoy as much baseball as you can.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just clockwork. Every 5 years, it's like, all right, CBA is done. Owners are going to try to screw the players. Players now have their president resigning right before spring training kicks off. It's fucking horrible.
Can we? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go
Somebody
ahead.
said. I saw a tweet that said Tony Clark went full Pornhub categories.
Yeah.
Can we do this though too? Can we make sure we normalize? I hear so many doggone people. Don't worry about it. There's going to be a strike next year anyway. No, there's going to be a lockout. Okay, let's make sure we're wording it correctly. The owners lock the players out. Not the players aren't actually, not playing. They're not sitting it out. They're locked out. There's a reason. So let's make sure we're not calling it a player strike. The players aren't striking. The owners are locking them out because the owners don't want to pay them their fair share. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm sorry. I had a buddy today Good old friend of the show, Justin Roman. I love him to death. And he's like, yeah, well, we're going to go. We might go on a strike next year anyway. I'm like, it's going to be a lockout. Let's make sure we normalize the language of lockout because the owners need to own this every step of the way. Every time you say a strike, it puts the onus on the players. They're not the ones making this decision. It's the owners in the end. So I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. No, I know. And you've made that stance very clear on the show a bunch of times. And I mean, it's true. It's different, you know?
Yep. Just the wording is the optics. It's the psyops of the owners. They're smart. They know that. You keep saying strike over and over again. You know, eventually the players get blamed for it, like they did last time.
And then we have the Cubs' new slogan, which is this. Apparently,
I'll say it, man. This sucks. I'm sorry.
It's gonna get trolled. It's like midway through the season. They're gonna go on like a 5-game losing streak, and that's
Dude,
all.
that's
it's gonna be
exactly the first thing I
Yes.
thought of. I think I saw it, Sports Mockery like retweeted like this is the new Cubs logo, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, wait, what is it? And then I looked at the video. I'm like, this what? This what? And it was just this. I'm like, this sucks. Like, this is gonna be trolled every fucking time. Any stupid play, any bad game, any bad stretch is gonna be like, this team sucks. This guy's horrible. It's like, come on.
I can see some drunk ass bleacher bums though pointing at their junk, go this. Like there it is, right there. This.
well,
Maybe that's gonna be the new celebration on base. Suck this.
So some internet Twitter sleuths have found out that the White Sox actually used this campaign in like 2011.
Oh no!
I thought it was like.
Oh
15, yeah.
no!
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah,
It should have been D's.
I actually didn't mind their last slogan. You have to see it. I know
That-
that
you
was
have to-
around a little
you
bit.
have
Like,
to
I didn't
clip?
think that was terrible.
You missed that one. You have to clip. That one was not through either.
what was the one that was
They
really
had-
good?
they
It was
had-
the
what did they
Cubs
change it to?
together.
They
Oh,
spelled
that was
out
bad.
C.
Yeah.
That was oh wait.
Remember,
what is
they had
the
to go back
list?
and change the C.
Somebody did a list of all the slogans they've done for like the past decade. But
What's
like I
one?
don't, dude. Like I get it's
Used
not
to
a
just
new
believe.
slogan, but like
go
they have it easy. Just do fly the W. Like that's fine. Like
That's it.
that's just it's simple. Everybody already does it anyway. They just seem like it's like, all right, we got to stay busy here. We got a new social media campaign, guys. We need a new hashtag. What do we got? And then
What goes into the
Yes.
analytics of this, right? What did the Cubs marketing department and their team come up with when they were doing the research, saying that this, if we use that as our quote unquote hashtag slogan, is going to benefit members of our partners that are, our corporate sponsors and whatnot? Is this some sort of marketing campaign that's going to draw traffic to those people? Is there some hidden thing into this that is actually more about advertising and benefiting their advertisers? Or does it take you just to the
No, it's just
a webcam of hashtag this is a webcam of Tom Ricketts dancing in front of his mirror?
It's just this bricked, and it's like, have you ever seen what's Jim Gaffigan or whatever the fuck his name is? He does like the Hot Pocket skit, and he's like, I want to be in the meeting when they came up for the name of Hot Pocket. They were probably sitting there, and Mike was in the corner, hungover, and they're like, Mike, what are we gonna call this new product? And he was like, Hot Pocket. And they're like, that's brilliant, Mike. We're going with that. Like, they had some hungover marketing intern, and they're just like, what are we gonna do? And he's like, this.
I found the list
You're
here.
Chicago, man. You're Chicago. Nobody in Chicago even says the word this. They say this. Like,
I found it. I
where you
found
get
it
this
here.
order?
This is from going back to 2015. They did Let's Go. Fine. I like it. Not bad. 2016, It All Starts Here. World Series team. 2017 was That's Cub.
That's terrible.
I hated that one. Really just did not like that
No,
one.
which one? Wait, which one
Worst.
was like the Cub together?
Don't worry, it's coming. 2018
coming.
was 2018 was Everybody In, and then apparently they forgot to have a meeting because 2019 was also Everybody In. Everybody was not in 2019. They missed the playoffs. 2020, Where the Stories Play, COVID 66 game season. 2021, remember guys, 2021 the Cubs just traded Yu Darvish. They're on the precipice of a complete teardown. They're about to trade all their World Series core players, and their slogan was "Cub together." 2022.
Sounds like that Paul McCartney song. Come together right now.
2022. It's different here. 2023. Next starts here.
Okay.
2024. You have to see it.
There it was. And
Everybody
they started with
made
the letter
the,
C, but then they changed it to SEE.
Yeah, so that's not as good.
2025. Be here for it. 2026. Hashtag this.
You know, next year it could be that.
I would fucking die.
Like it's gonna be like you,
It's a 5-year plan.
we,
This, that, those,
ours, yours.
there. Properly using THEY''RE, not
All
or
right,
using the
real
incorrect
quick,
one by accident.
real quick before we get to the beer, can I please show you this beautiful fat human being on LSU? I just need to do this. This is for me here.
Only if you pair it with a speed skater.
I don't know why it's not working. Shit.
Oh
right.
no!
Oh
there you
Can you see this beautiful fat boy?
Yeah,
I can't see it because of the graphic. Take the graphic down for a second. This is him stealing.
Wheels.
Look how big he's 6'2", 300 pounds.
Wait, is that the kid from no? That's
I
not
think it's Chonk, dude.
that's not the Gunner kid, is it? Or whatever that kid's name was from Georgia.
I would not want to face him in an Oklahoma
He
drill.
kind of looks
Zach
like
York?
But watch what homeboy does with the fastball. Smell ya.
Woo! Guys, who was that big boy that was like on the Twins in the early 2020s? He's like sometimes a catcher. First
Oh, La
base.
Tortuga.
Yeah,
Tortoise.
yeah. It kind of reminded me of that guy.
Oh.
So he's a first baseman. He played at Grand Valley State last year, and he just absolutely just raked. And he transferred to LSU this year. He's a senior. He plays first base, and he's just
Oh, he went to
nasty.
GCU. Oh, he went to Grand Canyon. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Go Lopes.
32 jacks last year.
Yeah, he's just I don't know. He might be.
I mean, you got to think about it,
though.
Zoe. 1-1. If he's eligible, is he eligible?
Rock.
I don't think that boy's seen a 1 on a scale in about since 8th grade. So I don't think he's going 1-1.
Get him 1-1. Just get him in the weight. That's all he needs. He just needs a weight program.
Somebody will give him a chance because if you hit bombs like that, someone will give you a chance. He's hitting balls out of ballparks already. LSU's an absolute unit this year.
I hate to be a meme, but I'm looking at his picture, and you know that's the guy that like fucking farts and does like stink finger and shit. Like he just
He's definitely
he
you know who
looks like
he
that
is.
guy that just likes to like
He's the guy that orders Shake Shack straight to the dugout.
Yeah.
That's my guy, dude. That's my guy.
Well, speaking of a guy who's doing things in the dugout, what do you guys think about that Castellano story? Bringing a beer. Apparently, he didn't actually drink it. He just brought a beer to the dugout to make a point. Yelled at his manager, Rob Thompson, and at the Phillies last summer in Miami because he got taken out as a defensive sub. Yelled at manager, coaches, got upset. Phillies tried all offseason to trade him. Nobody wanted him. They finally just released him. On the day, like I think it was like 20 minutes or like 10 minutes before the story broke, he tweeted out that, or he did an Instagram post.
You know, respect
that-
to him with that Instagram post. With that handwritten letter.
Handwritten
You can't
letter.
accuse him of like, I hate the notes press releases. You can't accuse him of any AI because he wrote all that stuff himself. So honestly,
old
I
school.
respect it. I respect it.
Well, admitted to that story. Then he signed with the Padres a few days later. But dude, the drama, Nick Castellanos. A lot of Cubs fans wanted him back, but it's not 2019 anymore. It's not. Nobody's in anymore.
I want the White Sox to get him.
He kind of sucks now, though. Zo. I don't know. He was
For a
he was
minor league
really
deal,
bad
though,
last
I mean, like, I wouldn't mind.
For
plugging
what
him
he
into
signed with the
right
pod,
field.
yeah. I mean, we have Andrew Benintendi scheduled in penciled in at left field. Like,
Worth a flyer for a minor
Why
league
not?
deal. I wouldn't have
I mean,
traded for
let's-
him when they were like fielding offers,
wait,
but like
let's
he did
back
sign
up.
for a minor league deal.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America. I thought this was baseball. The guy was out of the game. Let him have a fucking beer, dude. Like, what's the
No,
big
that's
deal
the
here?
thing, though. That's the thing, though. He only brought the beer in the dugout to be like, I have a beer. I don't think he drank it.
No, he didn't.
Well,
He
his
got
teammates
stopped by,
apparently
like,
in his letter talked him out of it. He was going to open it, and they said it would be like a bad look, so he didn't open it there.
What do you think
because
about
how
people
people
saying
drink
about
the
that
beer
now,
was-
though?
before he could
Howard.
drink it, I guess.
All right,
Howie
hold
Kendrick
on.
took the beer away before he could drink it.
If you just brought it to bring it, that's the lamest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, hey
That's
guys,
what
I
I'm
got a
saying.
beer. What are
No,
we in
he was
fucking
planning
fourth
on
grade?
opening it, and people
Yeah.
told him like, "Don't do it." In like like apparently, if I read the
against-
letter correctly, his teammates talked him out of it or told him to put it away.
But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, he got taken out of the game. Who gives a shit? He can't go back in. Let the guy have
He
a beer.
did. He was
I think the
bitching at his
optics
man.
are. I think the optics are bad if you caught on camera in the dugout doing it. Like you want to go into the clubhouse and have a beer, like fine.
Order
But
a
especially if the
water
team's like losing or like you just got pulled. Like I don't know. I don't
If
think.
your day's done and you're a grown ass man in Major League Baseball, those
No,
guys.
but like
they
that's the
drink-
thing,
that
though.
happens. They
He
do.
did it to get attention.
Attention,
Like
yeah,
that's,
he
he
knows it
didn't
'cause
do
it-
it like,
it is-
oh, I'm just having a
Well,
beer.
that's
I'm out of
like-
the game.
It's such a big no-no
That's
in Major League Baseball to bring a beer in, like to it's like a big illegal thing to do.
He was
in
just like,
baseball is
look at
alcohol
me.
in the dugout itself specifically.
He's like, look at me. Fuck you. Fuck everybody here. Fuck you for taking me out of the game. I'm drinking a beer. And then they talked him out of it. And then everybody kind of hated him after.
That's lame.
By the
It
way,
is. That's lame. If
So-
he was going to do it and drink it, I mean, Mark Bersley was half in the bag in the fucking World Series when he
that's,
came
the,
in
only,
from
that's the only
bullpen.
appropriate time to do it. You had the 30 rack scale before. Do you have updated standings on Sox players who would most likely?
I haven't really
would
thought
share
about
a
this
30
year. A
rack.
lot of young bucks. Vasil, he's definitely high on the 30 rack
I mean, I
scale.
know there's one friend of the show. I think he
Yeah.
puts him back.
I know McDougal. I think I can drink with him. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't know about Colson Montgomery yet. Murakawa, drink some of that Japanese beer. That shit fucks you up. Some sake bombs. But yeah, I don't know. I'll think on that. I'll have answers next week.
Okay. All right, Mitch. Michael Jordan, champion of all sports.
Hold on, we gotta give him the proper send in.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I started drinking at 6 a.m. and we're here now. I don't know what time it is, but I'm rolling deep, and those cars are going real fast and real left, son. They're going fast and left. Fuck yeah!
That guy's awesome. Go ahead, Mitch.
It was a great Daytona 500. You probably already know Michael Jordan won. None of my picks won. Surprise, surprise. We're no
Big
longer
Ford
picking
loser
Ford
again.
next year. They were right there. We won't get into that. All right, for this NASCAR minute, obviously Jordan won. He's getting a lot of the attention. I got some interesting Jordan facts about how he got into NASCAR, and there's actually a White Sox tie, an Illinois tie to this victory as well. So Michael Jordan, obviously, what made this victory significant is like he was shaking hands with Jim France in Victory Lane, a guy he had just sued 2 months earlier. And that was a lawsuit that went all the way to court. The trial started. They got 8 days in. A lot of people thought Jordan was going to win that lawsuit before both sides settled. So like it's kind of a baller move to be like shaking hands with the guy that you were just suing a couple months ago in Victory Lane. With that lawsuit too, he like kind of changed the sport there. Like Jordan, like if they lost that lawsuit, he would have lost his team. So that he'd taken a huge risk doing it. But essentially what he did, he like guaranteed all the team owners like permanent charters so they can operate like normal franchises. That wasn't guaranteed before. So like they weren't getting like the same revenue. So long story short there. But how he got into NASCAR was like interesting. Like he grew up a racing fan in Charlotte. His dad would take him to a bunch of races. That passion for racing stayed with him like even when he was an adult. So he was the owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Denny Hamlin, who was a driver in the series, had season tickets, and he was sitting courtside one day, and Jordan saw him and like had a security team call him over. So they started talking about racing. They exchanged phone numbers, and Denny Hamlin says like Jordan would always be texting him being like, hey, like, what's the in-race strategy? Like, why did you guys do this and like do that? So then one day Denny Hamlin sends him an article that was like fake about a fake rumor that like, oh, like Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin want to buy a team together. And Jordan responded to him and he's like, well, like, obviously that's fake news, but if you want to make it real news, we can. A couple months later, 2311 Racing is born. And like his fingerprints are all over that team. People think it's just like a business item. Like he actually gives a shit. Like all the pit crew guys have like custom Jordan 9 shoes that are all fireproof. That like look really sick. They got like all the Jordan brand merch. The race shop he has, they call it Airspeed. One half is all North Carolina colors. That's like the business side. And the competition side is all Chicago Bulls like colors. So it's like, it's pretty sick. As far as the White Sox connection goes. So the driver that won the race, his name is Tyler Reddick. He's from California, but he got his start racing as like a kid in DuQuoin, Illinois, which is kind of like how he got up and did. He's married to someone named Alexa De Leon. De Leon is the daughter of a former MLB pitcher, Jose De Leon, who pitched for the White Sox in 1994 when Jordan stepped away from baseball. And I was doing some digging, and there was a lot of reports that said that when Jordan got to camp that year, De Leon was one of the first people to throw him batting practice. Now he's the father-in-law of the Daytona 500 champion. So there's your NASCAR minute. Some interesting Jordan facts.
I learned something there. That was interesting, but also
Kick rocks. Mitch.
So hold
Perfect
on.
timing. I got to go meet the Mid-Missouri and do a report. Gentlemen,
I have questions.
pleasure as always.
I'll message you.
yep.
I have questions. Like, so wait, was Michael Jordan at camp the same time as the daughter? Who's the son-in-law?
It's got to be your bull.
Right. Who's the son-in-law? Like I'm just thinking really scandalously. Like, I'm like, wait a second.
Be honest,
No.
guys. What was your immediate reaction when you saw that Michael Jordan victory video with the kid?
Hilarious.
I was like, I mean, it was weird.
Yeah,
is
nice
what
in
I
his
thought.
back, but it's like, yeah, you're kind of like,
But okay, Kevin, did you know right away that it was? I didn't watch the race.
Oh, that's what I was like. Well, what
I didn't
is
watch
this
the race, so I just saw the clip, no context. I'm like, MJ, what are you doing?
And of course,
It also is like if somebody's probably with like that fan, like they're all probably hanging out like in
Right.
that damn like their family basically. That's like Uncle
Yeah,
Michael.
I saw it as like a
Hey, buddy, you
playful
got some
uncle.
crap in your
Like,
butt.
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. All the LeBron stands and all those accounts immediately went Epstein style.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, whoa, let's relax here.
Tom
First of all,
Brady open mouth kisses his 15-year-old kid.
and LeBron's on video entertaining the party at Diddy's house. But let's relax on all this stuff. All right. Like, I'm glad that the video came out that like there was ice down the kid's
ice.
back and he was just like messing with him. But like that got crazy fast, dude. That was
How
like
many people get
People get yeah, like they misinterpret everything now. You can't even be affectionate to anybody nowadays, like at all. Like there's no affection. Like you can't. But again, I mean,
I shut it down for the night. I was like, no more Twitter tonight. I'm not even. I'm not looking at this. Not
all
my
that
day.
went down Sunday. It was like the KD alleged leaks on Twitter. It was like, MJ, what is MJ doing? I'm like, what?
Yeah, that got weird fast. But I'm glad that it got cleared up or whatever. Like,
it's just so funny. Like again,
That was
it's the same dudes that are going around, sack tapping each other in the dorm rooms are the same ones talking about, him, screwing, like doing that, like innocently, basically. Like, and those guys are the ones that are actually actively trying to hit their friends in the nutsack. So, like, it's just funny how like that's not interpreted the same way from these guys. Like they just see it from a different. They want to just get mad at it's obviously for Jordan.
all right, so we're gonna put a bow on.
Now we're talking.
We're gonna put a bow on this episode here. Like I said,
That's
new format, trying some things out. Very much in the let's see how this goes phase.
Is it a double
Shout out to Aldo for making all those graphics and everything. So if you listen to the show, you should probably watch it. It's a lot cooler. And yeah, we're aiming for an hour. Hi, Ian. We're aiming for an hour. Is it ever going to be an hour? Probably not. But tell us what you think about the new format. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see. And as always, we really appreciate all you guys watching, liking, commenting, everything, man. We appreciate y'all. So for Fids, that's Aldo. I'm Zoe, and we'll